Our Florida Keys adventure kicks off with lots of free or cheap activities and some epic roadside attractions. Plus, stay tuned for the winner of our Key Lime Pie taste test.
The Keys are divided into 3 sections, upper, middle, and lower, and the entire length is labeled with mile markers from mile 107 in Key Largo to mile 0 in Key West. The first video will focus on the upper Keys as we travel south toward our eventual destination of Key West. Before we hit the Keys proper, we're making a quick stop at this local favorite that goes by the name of Robert is Here. This is the most diverse tropical fruit stand you may ever find. During your visit, browse the immense selection of fresh and unique produce, jellies and sauces, and even their giant jackfruit that grows right on the tree in the back of the store under the protection of the families of chickens roaming around the property. Take a few steps farther back and you'll be treated to the petting zoo chock full of giant emus, tortoises, goats, and guinea hens. You'll find shaded seating, restrooms, and places for plenty of photo ops. But before you leave, make sure you grab a fresh fruit milkshake or smoothie for the road. Today we chose the strawberry and banana. Before long, you'll know when you're truly on the right road to the Keys when you see the pale blue median barrier and eventually the bright blue water. Our first stop in the Upper Keys on Key Largo is John Pennekamp Coral Reef State Park. There's a modest $8 per person entrance fee, and it's so worth it because there's so much to see and do here. As part of the Great Florida Birding Trail, you'll get front row seats to all the wildlife this park has to offer. Come cool off inside the Visitor Center and Aquarium, where we were pleasantly surprised by the news that an entirely new building to house the center is in the works. For now, it houses displays on history, several beautiful aquariums, and even a theater. Outside, you'll find more history, a multitude of easygoing trails that lead to several clean beach access areas with typically calm water and picnic pavilions. There's a dive shop, a boat rental, and coral reef tour office, and even boat ramps.
Please keep watching, but take a second to hit that like button.
The well-stocked rental area, located behind the visitor center, has glass-bottom boat tours and plenty of kayaks and stand-up paddleboard rentals. Just over the bridge are more pavilions and the kayak launch beach if you plan on bringing your own vessel. The landing was clear, clean, and inviting. Touring the many mangrove forest paths and tunnels provided a respite from life on the fast-paced mainland. The quiet, calm waters where parrotfish swim underneath and herons hunt among the mangrove branches above surrounded us with a feeling you can't get anywhere else. When you finish your time on the water, there are plenty of showers and restrooms at the bathhouse across the street. And what ride is complete without a final stop in the gift shop? Directly across from the park, you can find more gifts and souvenirs as well as snacks and treats galore at the general store. They even sell bait. At mile marker 99, be sure to stop and see the African Queen, made famous in the 1951 movie of the same name starring Humphrey Bogart and Katharine Hepburn. This famous steamboat is available for daily canal cruises and private events. And yes, it's really the boat used in the movie. It has quite a history, and it's all laid out for you on the walls. You can just stop by without booking a cruise. Just watch out for the sharks that patrol the waters below. At mile marker 97.5 lies the famous Shell World that has been here for over 50 years. Unlike many roadside tourist traps, this more upscale location has everything from home decor and resort wear to children's toys and a huge selection of, what else? Shells. Just a few miles away, at mile marker 93.6, you can visit the Laura Quinn Florida Keys Wild Bird Rehabilitation Center. but much needed donations are appreciated. A boardwalk allows you to visit all sorts of birds that are given a second chance at life here at the center. Mile marker 86.7 houses a tropical garden oasis known as Rain Barrel Village. It's lined with a collection of specialty shops offering a variety of local art, handmade crafts, and unique souvenirs. Before you leave, be sure to visit Betsy, the giant spiny lobster out front, and have your picture taken. We think one of the most unique and educational stops in the Upper Keys is Windley Key Fossil Reef Geological State Park. Found at mile marker 84.9 and costing only $2.50 per person, this location allows you to get an up-close look at how much of the coral limestone called keystone used in buildings and constructing the overseas railroad from 1908 to 1912 was used. The quarry shut down in the 1960s, but as you travel down the short, well-guided pathways through the park, you can see some of the original pieces of machinery used to cut this ancient coral rock from the earth.
It's party time.
We're all familiar with the various ecosystems found around Florida that exist today. From the famous beaches that surround the state, to the ecologically productive salt and freshwater wetlands that make up about 31% of Florida's area, including the Everglades, to the pine and hardwood forests where bear, deer, and panthers roam. But did you know that Florida didn't always look like this? If you go back in time, I don't mean hundreds or even thousands of years, but hundreds of thousands to millions of years ago, the shoreline of Florida fluctuated greatly. On many occasions, due to the changing sea levels over geologic time, Florida's landmass either doubled in size or shrank to a few small islands along the central ridge of the state. This means Florida would have been almost entirely covered in salt water. We know this happened mainly because of fossil evidence. One example is in 2024 when a diver found a mastodon tusk off the coast of Venice, Florida, in 25 feet of water. The only way this could have gotten offshore is if the seafloor were once land. Another example is the megalodon shark teeth you can find in Florida's rivers, like the Peace River in West Florida. And the third example refers us back to the Windley Keys limestone quarry. All of this rock was laid down by living animals we know to be coral. That means the state was covered in water. Not just once, and not for any short period of time. This is consistent across the entire state as evidenced by limestone outcroppings, sinkholes, freshwater springs, and seashells everywhere you dig. Florida has some amazing natural history. Go out and find it for yourself. Now let's talk about key lime pie. We made it a point to try all sorts of this Florida Keys staple. Some were sweet and some had bite, but all were tasty in their own right, especially the one with ginger snap crust. After all these, we would like to give a small shout out to Blonde Giraffe and Tavernier Key. They made our favorite key lime pie and have at least 4 different kinds to choose from. At mile marker 83, for just $15, you can experience the History of Diving Museum. The beautifully muraled exterior only hints at the wonders you'll discover inside. It's a must-see for any diver buff or lover of the sea. Finally, if you're looking for a great place to watch the sunset, check out Breezer's Tiki Bar. You can't get views more beautiful than this. Our main shout out today goes to the very special Island Dolphin Care found at mile marker 100. This non-profit organization provides dolphin-assisted therapy and marine science education tours and interactions to children and adults with special needs, from individuals with autism to wounded veterans. Their custom therapy programs deliver life-changing experiences.
With that, our adventures in the Upper Keys have come to an end. In the comments, please recommend another Florida adventure you'd like the Peg Leg Penman to explore next. If you enjoyed our video, please like, subscribe, and share. We really appreciate your support.